Hi, welcome to Ocean Yummy's channel. So this is gonna be real brief. I really gonna say too much on this subject because I've followed it. I've followed the young lady that's on the thumbnail. Um I heard a story, but I get why she is attaching herself to Aaliyah. And I know she's not Aaliyah's daughter. It's pretty obvious she's not. But my thing is the reason why I decided to put a live about this young lady is because there's a lot of fun making fun of, a lot of um making fun of her color, making fun of how she speaks, making fun of how she is in general, when that's not the issue with the young lady. The young girl has mental issues, right? Now, Sean Davy Way broke it down yesterday, I think it was, because she said that somebody came to her house and it wasn't some kind of service person, and she was in fear of, well, she didn't clock, she was in fear or something of her life. And Jaguar Wright decided to help her by taking her in because people seemed to be threatening her because she said she was Aaliyah's daughter. But we can clearly see she's not Aaliyah's daughter. She has real biological parents. And I just feel that it's really quite sad that people will make high native, that people will make jokes of someone who's got mental illness. Once again, mental illness is really bad out there. Since the lockdown and everything else, inflation's coming. There's a lot of people who's got mental health. She is one of them. Now people are laughing at her, making fun of her, making fun of her tone. All this is really quite sad. And imagine the people who you think is who you will not think will make fun of her looks just like her. And on top of that, I feel that it's not something that you make fun of. I mean, fair enough, right? She's obsessed with Aaliyah, maybe. She did it to take herself out of the equation of whatever's going on at home. People do that. People do that. Sean David Way gave an example of him when he was getting molested when he was younger, and he said he detached himself. He said he literally did hate gay men. He literally loathed them, and he said it took him a bit of time for him to get grounded because he didn't have a choice to be who he was. And he said that how when she told him that she got molested. Hi, let me see your transcript. When she got molested, he understood straight away what was wrong with her. Obviously, the young lady needs therapy. People don't understand what happens when children go through abuse. They take themselves out of the equation. And it's strange because I wasn't going to bring this onto my side of the channel, but it just goes to show you that how people don't understand what's going on with people in the back in their lives, like um I went on to another channel holder. They was laughing at her, literally laughing at her. To me, I feel that you don't need to do, okay, just say, like, just say, yeah, like, let her know, or try really nicely to let her know she's not Aaliyah's daughter, and there must be a reason why she's doing this. She obviously needs help. Um, it's really quite interesting to me that people are threatening her because she's come out, because she used to be she was like more underground before she came forward on the YouTube streets, and people are literally, I don't know. I think YouTube is very toxic. It's a toxic place. It is a very toxic place. And people don't understand how toxic it is until when you see somebody who's in that situation, who cannot, she literally taken herself out of the equation. She wants to be somebody else's daughter. That's what I'm getting from that situation. She doesn't want to be the daughter of the biological mother. She wants to be the daughter of Aaliyah. Do not judge your neighbor until you walk 2 moons in his in his in his McChesney. Oh, I think I understand. Yeah, in his shoes. Yeah, I get what you mean. So it just shows you like how people think. Like everybody has, we all have mental health, even if our mental health haven't come forward as much as others, but it's there. And this lady, you can see that there is definitely something wrong with her. If you look in her eyes alone, you can see there's something wrong with her. Come on, like, you know. And to be fair, I didn't believe that. I just thought she was just channeling Aaliyah, like, you know, like, you know, what's a clairvoyance when they channel somebody and they draw somebody and they get message for somebody. That's how I read it, as that. I mean, I didn't see her link. I didn't link her to Aaliyah at all. Yes, she wants to be someone else's daughter. Making fun of her is horrible, but is someone is really after her? Well, well, according to her, she said that how someone came to do something in her house, and it wasn't the person. Hi, so Amma. It wasn't the person who came to do something in her house. I can't remember what facility it was, and she said she already had that facility done. And fair enough, right? People is after Jaguar rights as well. I get it. Yeah, there might be a case of scamming as well, maybe in that line of things. But I feel Jaguar is trying to help the child. He's trying to help her because she understands. Remember, Jaguar was in a mental facility not too long herself. And that's why I don't understand why people are making light of this. Once again, when it's a serious situation of a mental health person that appears on, that uses social media as their outlet, once again, they are made fun of or taken a mickey out of or whatever. And then you know what happens? It gets worse and worse and worse. And then the person, something happens, right? People has literally off themselves on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. That has happened. You know what I mean? And by people doing this, it's not helping the person. I mean, obviously, if you're going to talk about her, yes, talk about why she's not linked to Aaliyah, obviously, which people has done. But just bear in mind, she had to disassociate herself from whatever abuse was going on in her family home. She said herself she takes medication for anxiety and schizophrenia. She was committed to a mental hospital for 7 or 8 videos. Exactly. Sorry, but Jaguar is the last one to help. But she's the only one who seemed to have stepped forward to help her. And I know she is the last person on earth, right, to say that she's helping anybody, because she needs help herself. Because she's constantly doing stuff online as well. But you know, at the end of the day, right, this young lady doesn't deserve to be threatened. Why are you threatening her? It just makes no sense. Then they're making fun of her color, calling her names, a senior hall, and all this foolishness. I'm just looking at people right now, thinking, wow, you know. So anybody who's either darker than you or something, you have an issue with them. What is going on? And then like people talk about oh, you know, oh, we need, like me. I mean, I used to say, yeah, let's come together as togetherness and unify, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I see the greatness in our people. But at the end of the day, right, that's like, I'm thinking to myself, she could be your daughter, my daughter, you don't know. People don't seem to put themselves in people's shoes. You don't have to understand the situation as much. Like, you know, even when I spoke about the other lady, I didn't talk about her looks or nothing like that. I just talk about her parenting, because that was it. But you know, people go through a lot of mental health at this time because lots of facilities is lessening their thingies. They're not keeping them people as long. Jaguarite was a good example. She wasn't in the mental facility for long. She came out. But Jaguarite is not mentally sane. I think she's gonna do more harm than good to this mentally unstable young lady. But nobody else stepped up. Maybe someone else did step up and tried, because Sean Davy Way was sent cash apps so that she can be looked after. But then even on his life, there was being really, really horrible on his life and coming in and saying the most horrible, the most. I could say the most. Jaguar has this young lady coming to Dallas to be on the podcast. So I don't. Oh, that looks like she's taking advantage of her then. But nobody else is so nobody else can't step in. King Pain. Nobody else. Nobody else. That's my question. I do not know what is going on, but it seems like some people do not use compassion for others who are disabled. Just stop by to thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Native. So I'm just like, come on, like, where's the heart in all of this? I just thought I'd just come on and just say this short bit because I think I've put what I felt in the community tab. But once again, it seems like it's not enough, and it was bothering me. And I just thought, let me just come on and say my little bit because I am a channel holder myself, and I would not want to get people twisted because I don't feel that people needs to make fun of mental health. It is not on. It's just looking like her looks now. For me to go find certain videos and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, do I really want all them problems over here? No, I don't. But then they are prepared to do the most for what? I just, sounds like you have a huge heart to be much respect. Oh, thank you, Native. Plus, Virginia said she wanted to meet Jaguar. She reached out to Sean Davy Way and got to meet Jaguar right. Oh, she wants to meet her. She's trolling and doing it for attention. How can you not see that? It's not that I don't see that, Carbon. I just don't. I just don't like the laugh. The laughing at her. It's just ridiculous at this point, right? You know, the laughing at her, the calling her names and stuff like that. It doesn't need to be done. Okay, whether she's trolling or not. Okay, many people who get talked about does troll the reactors or the the people talking about them. They do that because they go to see what you're saying. Okay, so I've seen it in the mummy sector, so I know exactly where you're coming from on that. And it's not that how can I not see it? What I see is a child or woman. Maybe I was crying out for something. Maybe she's just doing it for clout. Who knows? But at the end of the day, making fun of her looks is not going to help her, is it? You know, both put up Jaguar Right cash apps on their channels. I know I saw that because they said Jaguar Right had already sent money to Legina. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. But I'm just like, boy, I don't know what is wrong, what is going on. That just shows you how toxic this YouTube here is, right? It's very toxic. So even the ones who's doing positive content, right, right, probably won't get looking on that because they're not laughing at certain people or whatever. It's very interesting. Why can't you send money directly? Why through? I know, right? Because I was thinking, why through that's the only thing. Why through Jaguar Right first of all? And maybe this is an opportunity for Jaguar Right now because the girl is saying she's Aaliyah's daughter and that, which we know she's not. Obviously, you can tell. Obviously, she's not the daughter. Yes, there's no more rice. I'm gonna cook in a minute. I'm gonna cook some more in a minute. Yeah, so as you can hear, my daughter's calling me, so I'm not gonna be on for long because I just thought I'll come and say this bit. while I take a break from my writing. Um, it's just so sad. I'm just like, wow. But anyway, you all can come into the comment section and give me your 5 pence. I would love to hear on this one, because I know people are not feeling her, or whatever the case, whatever. I am going to, however, because I have watched Sean Davy Way's videos on her, and I've seen the conversation he had with her. So, yes, I sympathize with her. I do, for this reason, because I went to a channel holder, and all of them was just laughing at her on the panel. That's why I feel sympathy for her. Okay, I just can't find sympathy. This is younger generation has been severely damaged by social media. The Jaguar girl is loud and ghetto and nuts. I feel like I'm watching. Yes, well, carbon. That's how I feel when I watch her. But I don't watch when I see she certain places. What I do, I click off, or I watch a little bit. I say what I have to say. Thank you. Go sit down. You want apple juice? Yeah. Okay. Make some. Yeah. Hold on a minute. How about this skeleton cup? You can a skeleton cup? It's in the front. Ah. Yeah, sorry. So it's just crazy. But anyway, I am literally gonna jump off. I just said my 5 pence, and I'm just, yeah, it's not nice what's going on right now. And Jaguar, maybe Jaguar is being an opportunist with her right now, and no one's stepping in and saying nothing. And the girl believed that Jaguar is the savior right now. So, but I'll check out my last video, Shinyami. I found some info. I watched Virginia on Sean Davy Way and King Payne 2 different days, and plus when Jaguar was talking to her. I just hate to see so many people invested. I'm not invested in her. Carbon. Don't get it twisted. I'm not invested in her. I haven't spoken about this lady once. It's only today I'm talking about her now. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I made the carrots. The carrot. No, don't. Yeah, I gotta play with the straw. Yeah, go on, go sit down. I'll watch your. I'm gonna taste it. How's it taste? Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not invested in her. I'm not invested. I mean, like, as you can tell by what I talk about, I'm more invested in the Source tribe. The Source tribe is where I'm at, bro. I just hate to see so many people invested on misleading. Peace to you and your family. Oh, thank you, Carbon. But I'm not invested. I'm not invested, honestly. Because otherwise, when the story first bust, I would have been talking about it. I guarantee it. Those things don't draw me like that. It takes a lot to draw me out of my cobblers right now. They have made us invested. They brought us the stories. How can we I can turn a blind eye quite easily. Let me see a transcript. I know who I'm watching. Those Jaguar Wright is not it. I see her movements. I see her, and you know what? I'm leaving her right where she at. I'm not even touching her. So, but it's just that she can possibly be an opportunist at this present moment. The child is definitely asking for help. She's mentally ill. She needs some kind of something. Yeah, that's all I really want to say, really. All this threatening death on her is not good. I mean, threatening to offer her life is not good. That's very, very wrong, overboard. I don't know, right? Because she said what she said. Come on now. You know what I mean? Come on, we're all grown people. At this point, I don't know where social media is taking us to the next level right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to go down that way to when you're threatening someone's life. That is really crazy. 27-year-old mentally ill woman look like looks like she's been enabled and used by 45-year-old mentally on. Yeah, well, we know Jaguar Wright's mentally unstable. Yeah, so it's all right. It's all right, Carbon. I know you don't mean me. I know exactly who you mean, but you know, at the end of the day, right, right, it's content to some people, in it. So you just let them do their content. You know what I mean? I mean, like, we can't judge them if they're people are invested in a lot of things. So you know, this could get very dangerous: jail, hospital, or death. I'm a virgin. Give thanks. These people are all need interventions. Yeah, they need a lot more than interventions. And social media is not the best place for either one mentally or others. Or others. Okay. Or others. So, you know, a lot of us have mental stuff wrong with us. Okay. A lot of us have either anxiety, PTSD, some sort of something. So, yeah. Right. On that note, yeah, let me just highlight what you lot said, because it seemed very out that I'm just reading you. I'm not even highlighting. Let me highlight. See, my friend, she said she's loopy, but I wouldn't say she's loopy. Okay, she's loopy. She might be. Yes, well, loopy within in Britain is mentally ill as well. Native. Right, so that one. Yeah, they were making fun of her. Let me see a transcript. You need to go check who you be watching, and you'll see. Hi, so I haven't skipped your love. I haven't skipped your love. I just want to get to the comment. Yeah, Jaguar, right? She's saying she's getting all these big deals, but she has time to be on here, which is interesting, because I know when I'm busy doing something, it's very quite hard to reach the YouTube streets. It's very hard. So, you know, yeah, she is very interesting lady. That's all I can say on that point. Yes, she's mentally sound. Yeah, let me just highlight everybody what they said. And the Gina, poor, like, you know, her eyes. She's not happy herself anyway. You can see she's not happy within herself. She just needs to be doing something, maybe. You know, maybe she needs to be doing an activity or some sort. But being on the thing, I mean, she was doing TikTok. She could have been doing other things on TikTok. I haven't seen the TikTok videos myself, so I ain't gonna make it like I seen them. I seen something on here, but I'll take a look and I'll do a reaction over it if it comes down to it. If I really feel that compelled to do something or to say something over her video. But apart from that, I'm just saying death doesn't need to be brought into the equation. Threatenings, that's crazy. Oops. Oh, you said something else. Hold on. Social media is not the place. The comments about her looks could send her. Yes, I said that too. I said that too. I literally said that too. That can do a lot to a person. You have to know how to dip in and out of social media. That part. The fraud in Charleston. Hi. Where you come from? I never seen you before. That's why I'm reporting what I see. I'm not getting involved. I've done what that before and I learnt my lesson. Yeah, don't get involved. I'm kind of still involved with the Larry Reid. Oh God, don't get me started on that one. I've been seeing stuff on that. Don't get me started on that. That's for the other channel over the next side. That's not even for this one right now. The genius TikTok got removed and she has made a new one. Oh, she made a new one. Maybe I don't know, but like I said, that's her escapism, isn't it? That's what that is. There, she's escaping herself. I mean, you can escape yourself in a book. You can escape yourself all how. I mean, even when you're a big adult, sometime, and you don't want to be in that certain thing, you take yourself out of the equation and you take your mind somewhere else. I mean, it's it's a lot. I swear we all done this while we was youngsters. I mean, she's young as well. I'm not saying all youngsters are like this, but I'm saying now. Let me see your transcript shared. You have. So, oh, hi! I've never seen you before. I've been in. Let me see your transcript. I've never seen you before. Well, thank you for passing through. Yeah, it's just sad, really, that how she's been threatened in such a way. Is like how like that shouldn't even come into the equation because the girl is mentally ill. Now, if people cannot pick upon that, in her face alone, her eyes alone gives it away how mentally ill she is. Let me see your transcript. So let me put it up. She said she was schizophrenia. She has schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is something else. They forget what they're doing. They black out. There's a whole heap of things happen with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is one of those mental health that is beyond. They can even switch and out and just out your light within a button. You know what I mean? So, making fun of her is not going to help. It's not going to help. It's not helping her. It's not helping you. It just makes you look kind of insensitive person. And most people have mental health in their families. So people go on like as though it's only certain people have mental health. You might have it in your family. You know what I mean? I mean, unless like you tell your business on here, then people will know that you have mental health in your family. I mean, social media is one of those places where, like, yes, I mean, even I've done it. I've been judge and jury on a few things. A lot of the subs on the comments has corrected me, and then I'll be corrected. And it all depends on who it is or what it is. So, yeah, I just feel it's a bit deep that people be laughing at her like that. And I've had conversations behind the scenes, and I just think it's kind of off kilt that people would laugh at that. And if it was a man as well, I'll say the same thing, because we've seen this in the carbonation, the mental health side of it. You know what I mean? They gravitated towards Nature Boy as their savior. They had nobody in their mind. Their family wasn't their family. Even now, the Velveeta is still going through her mental health breakdown, and we're just watching it as it happens. So Aaliyah is going through his mental health breakdown. We are watching it, and we can see it. Others, the same thing. There's only that some of them has decided to do other things or whatever. What they do, they disassociate themselves from the whole situation. They come completely out. They move out of the country. They cut away. They call them the places Babylon and all this foolishness. They're brainwashed. What else can I say? I mean, schizophrenia is deep as well. It's called catatonia. Hi, Ewin. It's called catatonia. The schizophrenia, or from what I know, what's in present, was what I experienced, and I'm not talking about myself. It is called catatonia. Catatonia is another level of it, where they totally forget themselves, where they totally black out. They totally is hard to reach. I mean, how many other ways can I put it? If you go search schizophrenia, I'm sure you will find a whole heap of things on it. And she suffers from anxiety. Anxiety is like the worst thing. I suffer from a little bit. I had a little bit of it myself. I had to take time, do breathing exercises to be around people. Now, some people, when their anxiety is bad, they don't want to be around nobody. Okay. So once again, she's encaged herself. She started painting. She started doing stuff. She started doing whatever. She's channeling this woman. Plus, she's studying Wicca and all sorts of things combined in a whole heap of stuff which she shouldn't be putting together. She's looking into Wicca. Which people's calling witchcraft. I'm like, bro, witchcraft. Wicca. She's looking into channeling. She's looking into clairvoyancy. She's looking into, um, to be honest, what the painting she's doing is color therapy. All them drawings is therapy to her. That's what that is right there. For drawings and painting actually helps a person. It helps them to calm themselves. It helps them to relax themselves. They put it into pictures. So, and I'm not an expert. Okay, by the way, I'm just reading being around certain people, right? They tell you stuff. Okay, Ewan. Right, they tell you a lot of stuff. So you learn from what you heard, what you hear. There's color therapy. Okay, even though people will laugh at these things, but these things help people like that. I'm gonna take a look at her mom's story or whatever the case may be. Hyper relax is a symptom of being hyper of schizophrenia. Wow. Okay. I don't know whether I should get you to come up here to literally say the name to me. Hold on, let me see. Let me get you up here. I'll be busy in the background, by the way. So if I tap out. Let me see your transcript. Press the click the link and come up. Because it's very deep. I don't plan to be on here for long. If let me see your transcript clicked, then I can then she can say her bit. And yeah, because it's very serious what is going on. You can't be like, making light of somebody like that. It's just not good. It's not good in my book. Okay, I don't know about anybody else's, but in this book, this Yemi right here ain't feeling that one. Okay. So her focus on tarot reading, Wiccan, and Nigerian deities is hyper religious. Yes, well, hold on a minute. Did I not put you on it? Oh, add to stream. Sorry, my bad. Are you there?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you're
here.
there.
Hey, son Yemi.
Yeah, sorry,
How you
because I'm working
doing?
off a phone. I'm working off a phone, so it's like something else, yeah?
Oh, no problem. I'm on my phone too. But thanks for having me
Yeah,
up. Yeah, because I've been
yeah.
'cause like I said last night, I really didn't want, or the night before, like I really didn't want to touch this subject when I first saw the videos about her saying that Aaliyah and R. Kelly was her daughter, or she was their daughter. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Because when I saw comedians commenting on it, I was like, okay, I'm not going to touch it. But then I kept seeing like, oh, she called out and she wants to meet Jaguar Wright. And I'm just thinking like, Lord, no. And then when I saw Sean David Wade and then the official campaign had both interviewed her, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. But then I started seeing people comment on it in King World Chat, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have to go watch it for myself. So yesterday I was like in and out of trainings all day. And so when I took breaks, I was watching Sean David Wade's and Bishop King Payne's their first interviews with her, and Jaguar was up there. Then I watched their second videos with Legina again when she said she was being attacked or threatened, and Jaguar was up there again, and I was just like, I said, no, I gotta say something. This is this is too much, and I'm just like, it, I definitely see the symptoms, and just to let you know, I took mental health first aid training last summer, and my certificate is good for 3 years. We did like a whole day training, and basically we're not, professionals to diagnose or to treat someone or, give them medicine or something like that. We're basically there to be there until if the professionals show up. We're there as resources. We're there to refer. We're there for the person, if we see like, hey, we see someone in a crisis, we're there to call 911 or call someone in authority. And I just kind of felt like, okay, I got to do my own part in making this video that, hey, this girl is in a mental health crisis. She's said in both on when she's on Sean Way that she suffered from anxiety. She said that at the beginning of the video. And then towards the end of the video, she said that she had just gotten in the hospital 7 to 8 days ago, and that she had been put in the hospital for schizophrenia. She didn't say what medicine she had. So I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense to me now. That, okay, she's probably hearing voices. She's probably in the midst of a delusion. If she's 7 to 8 days out, I don't know if the medicine is probably, taking effect to make her calm and manageable, but it's still not to the point that she realizes like, hey, I am not Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter. So she probably wasn't a danger to herself, like wanting to hurt herself or others. They probably like released her. She did say something about speaking with a therapist. She talked about her family either having her committed or the police showing up when her family was around and they took her. So either it sounds like to me her family saw her in the middle of a crisis and called 911. There are what's called CERT police. These are like crisis, special like mental health police you can call that you can call, and they specifically come out and they like ask the person some questions and they can determine like, okay, do I need to take this person in or not? Now, sometimes the person will start to all of a sudden act like they got sense, and the police and the CRT police won't take them. But then in other cases, they will take them. If it's not the CRT police, it could be like in Jaguar Wright's case. It was just the police was called because she's out there hitting her husband, throwing ashes on people, yelling and screaming. And so one of those people probably called 911. And so when they showed up, and if they've been trained, they probably realized like, oh, okay, let's call the ambulance because she probably needs to go to the hospital. But in all, I just feel like you said, this young lady is trying to escape her surroundings. And you have to understand, if she has anxiety and schizophrenia, we're seeing everything from her point of view. We're not seeing things from her family point of view. We're not the ones that she's, saying that it's not her real family. She calls them her second family. We haven't heard from them. We haven't heard from her mom, her dad, her brothers, her sisters. We just see snapshots of it from, Facebook and social media and what people put in comments. But what I find dangerous is that, okay, you were on TikTok. So because of what you said on TikTok basically took your account away. Because basically you were saying something that was not, in fact, true or was verified. You came on there and said your parents are Aaliyah, who's deceased, and R. Kelly, who is in jail. And they can go online and for a fact find out that when they were married, when they were annulled, that he was in jail and that he was married one time and had children. So you were not, so it's like, okay. And now that you're on these platforms, which you reached out to, and they're having you on. And so like it's up to Sean Davy Way and official campaign, for them it could be, like I said, a story. She did go viral, but at the time it's like after I'm watching them, I'm like looking at them like, okay, she started crying, so I can see why Sean Davy Way was very sympathetic to her. Like you said, he has been abused as well, so he's like handling her with kitty gloves because he doesn't want her to hurt herself. He doesn't want her to have to go back to the hospital. So he's only asking her
Mm.
questions related to her saying that her mother is Aaliyah and her father is R. Kelly, and not asking her questions about, well, your family over here says you're lying, you're in the hospital. Because then she would probably shut down and she would not say anything. Or they might take her over the board and she might want to hurt herself. So you don't know. It's very, you have to be very careful when
It's
you're dealing with someone who has a mental illness. And I kind of feel like I wish there was a way someone could get in touch with the second family, so that they can make sure that they are not making things worse. And I'm just thinking, like, if she asked to speak to Jaguar Wright, that's why she reached out to Sean Davy Way, because she wanted to speak to Jaguar Wright. And so guess what? She got her chance to. Now Jaguar Wright is like, oh, I'm here to help you, and until the DNA tests come back, I'm gonna refer to you as Aaliyah's daughter. And I'm like, no, you're assisting her in her delusion. She needs help, yes, but you are enabling her what she's doing. And then by them saying, oh, she's speaking her truth. Is she speaking the truth? Because I think Aaliyah's family and R. Kelly both have said, no, we don't have no daughter. So, but now
yeah,
she's adopting Jaguar Wright's rhetoric, like, oh, they're planning things against me, they're lying. And I'm just like, okay, her and Jaguar together saying
yeah.
that people are out to
It's a
get them.
disaster.
This is
Hello,
not
hi,
a good
hi.
thing.
Can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear
I'm
me?
sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know whether I was too far from the mic before. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Her and Jaguar White is not a good combination. I understand that part because you know Jaguar White is very chaotic, a very manic. Manic is the word. Manic,
Yes, yes.
and and basically she needs money as well. So if it means making money off the girl, plus not only that, the cash app, the money is going to Jaguar Wright's cash app. It's not going directly to the girl.
Exactly.
So
So when I saw, he told her that, oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna. For first, she actually said something that made sense. She's like, oh, I'm gonna help you get a lawyer, and she's like, we're gonna get you a DNA test. Which I thought, like, okay, great. But then when she started talking about, oh, well, maybe you can come down here to Dallas, and I'm thinking, like, oh Lord. Then she started talking about Keeping the Bean podcast, and then like the second day when I see both of them on Shonda Way and Jaguar, they're talking about her. Oh, she's been threatened, and Jaguar has her on a plane or on whatever down to come to Dallas. And I'm thinking, like, oh, so y'all making this really happen? I'm like, isn't this kind of convenient? She's being attacked. Is she really being attacked, or did she hear Jaguar say that she can bring her to Dallas, so she sped up the process? Like, I'm just like, is this their mental illnesses clashing so they both can get, what they want? Or are you both in on the scam? Because I'm just like, wait a minute now. Because I did realize something the other day when Jaguar was in Chicago and had that incident, then Goomba and her ended up in Detroit. And I'm thinking, like, don't Legina live in Detroit? Now Jaguar's back in Texas and she's inviting Virginia from Detroit to Dallas to be on Philadelphia TV and to show the results of this DNA test. I'm like, oh wow, this is made for TV television. And I'm just looking like, okay, now and I'm just kind of scared that. I mean, we saw what happened when we saw Jaguar with Solar from Carbonation. We saw what happened. Do we not see the barbershop incident? Do we not see, didn't Jaguar end up in the mental hospital? Like, what's gonna happen now? And why is Jaguar trying to save everybody but herself? Ma'am, you want to help the Carbonation Island kids, people. Now you want to help her. Why can't she help herself? That's why I asked her that question I did on
hi,
Butcher
hi,
King
Omar.
page. Hey, Alma, how you doing?
The reason why Jaguar doesn't want to save herself because she's so in her mind thinks she's that star. She's that star. She's been around Jay-Z. She's been around blah blah blah. That's how she looks at herself
She even told someone that.
because
Yeah, she even told someone that they were asking her. I think it was after the Super Bowl, right? And so people were asking like, about Rihanna's performance, and it started getting into the industry. And then she stopped someone. She said, "Excuse me, aren't I the one who's been in the entertainment industry?" And I was thinking like she was an expert, but I'm thinking like, okay, aren't we mass music consumers for the last 20, 30 years? Don't we buy music? Don't we buy things we listen to? Don't we, and I'm just thinking like, okay, ma'am, you just want to toot your own horn, and you just want us to listen to you, fangirl you, and once we disagree with you, you want to cuss us out. So that's yeah.
mm, yeah.
That's why I asked
Amma,
her
you got
how's
anything
her
you want to say
therapy
on this?
going, because she said she was gonna go.
Peace and love. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead,
oh,
Amma.
you already know. I just came up to say hi, everybody, and to and support my sis, because I didn't. Yeah. I'm just listening. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
listening. Yeah.
You have to stop me sometime and say, "Hey, let me talk." Cause
No,
I'll,
no,
cause I'll start and get
you
on a
good.
roll.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. But what's your name? I can really see your name.
Let me see your
Oh, it's
transcript.
it's everyone calls me. Let me see your transcript.
Let me. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute up and listen.
Yeah. So it's one of those ones. It's one of those ones
Mhm.
where, like, we, the people on the outside, can see what's going on.
Mhm.
Um, and Jaguar is just doing what she's doing, basically. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
like, she's already coming out her channel holder. Don't say his name. She's coming out her channel
She's
holder
always what?
already.
Oh, I'm
She's
sorry. I
coming
think I
out a
said a couple
channel
of words
holder.
earlier. I'm sorry. Huh?
Yes, yeah. Just don't mention the names.
Oh, I'm
Because then
sorry.
they come in, and I'm not really about that life. So,
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because a couple of them did come in my chat, which like I said, I tell people, hey, it's enough in it, YouTube for everybody. So I'm gonna give you your credit. If I heard it on your channel, I'm gonna say, hey, I heard it over there. But yeah, I have seen a couple of them. Um,
mm,
I've seen a couple of them come in my chat. And they've been
mm,
friendly, and I've been friendly to them. We speak, and they speak to everybody else. I haven't seen Jag in there, but I don't think that would work because I kind of have a feeling that people who are in the clouds who really don't like her, they gonna come out the clouds and really tell her how they feel.
yeah, they
Because
will. They
she's
will
very
because right.
because she's because she loves being fangirl or fanboy. She loves being like, "Oh, I love you, Jazz. You're speaking the truth." Da, 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 da. But once you say, "Hey, Jazz, you really know about doing this," she gets mad. And I'm just thinking, like, girl, I'm just like, you can't be in therapy. You
Well,
can't. Because your
well, well,
therapist is
well, well,
going to
well,
ask you
well,
questions after listening to you.
remember
Hmm.
the Megan the Stallion thing. What she said, because she said that Megan the Stallion had the right to get shot by a Tory's Lanes or whatever
Oh
his
my
name is.
God.
I don't
She
follow
said,
the team.
where were the bullet shots? Yeah, I was like, no, she did not. And this is what she
Yeah,
said. Well, kill
yeah,
me. She's like, oh,
yeah. It was deep.
she said, I don't
Yeah.
like Tory Lanez. He's whatever. She said, but I don't think he should be going to jail. He should be going to jail for, I guess, shooting her, not for what he's really going to jail for. And I'm thinking, like, what is he really going to jail for? Oh, because he's being railroaded by Rock Nation. I'm like, you know what? Her and the father needs, I need her and the father to stop. Tory Lanez
Mm,
had a gun in a car, and it was 3 charges: one for shooting it, one for having it because he's not licensed, and one for was it shooting her in the feet. The
mm.
people on the jury was like, yeah, he's guilty. He's on the freaking jail phone call talking about, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? if you didn't do nothing? But but in her mind, another good content holder friend of mine said she had a good point. She says, Jaguar has it in her head that Rock Nation is the source of all her problems, and so she said it's like the book Moby Dick. She is Captain Ahab, and Rock Nation is Moby Dick, and it's gonna be her downfall. What happens in the
Yeah,
book? What happens in the book? She's always
he gets dragged
chasing.
down with the whale.
Yes. Like
But she,
how do you go and tell someone, oh, my car blew up, they blew up my car, it was Jay-Z and Sean, and it happens to be Grammy weekend, they're in a whole other state. But then then another YouTube holder makes a comment, a joke that, oh, I work for Rock Nation. You take that and say, oh, he works for Rock Nation, and he's the one that blew up my car. We were all watching him live on the air when your car supposedly got blew up, man. How? Oh, he's having me followed. Those people were following me. You tell everybody where you go, and they saw you out, and they took your picture, and they sent it to him. I've had people send me stuff. I had people send me stuff this morning. But now she's like, oh yeah, he's a hacker. Oh, he hurt he killed someone. Oh, he murdered someone. Oh, I'm going to the FBI. She can't go to the FBI because TSA got her on a no-fly list. I gotta do a video about that. She can't go to the FBI.
I am not.
Most likely TSA sent all the other federal agencies a memo on her. So as soon as she walks into the building, they're gonna press a button. They're like, "Oh, Jaguar Wright Johnson's here," and they're gonna be looking. And the people are gonna be. They probably are gonna write everything she says down. But someone's gonna be on the other side of the mirror, looking at her like she really thinks Jay-Z and Rock Nation is after her, and that some YouTube man blew up her car. And I'm just like,
you serious?
It was like,
Well, like I said in my video, when it's pertaining to the carbonations and whoever else and the whatever else and the whatever, sometime, right, you just have to sit back with your popcorn and watch and see where it goes, because most cases you can see exactly where it's gonna go just watching it on the videos, right? You can see exactly where she's heading. Even one tarot reader
and I'm really
she's so hard-headed
because it's not just her coming on social media.
Now she's got the girl
happening. You got a whole nother woman who's mentally unstable, who has admitted that, coming down to Texas. I'm like, and I said the other night, I said, why on earth are y'all trying to do this in Texas? It's not a good place to do nothing like this in Texas. Texas is equal opportunity, will put you in jail, or you will be on getting so many years or the death penalty. This is not the place to be doing this stuff. This is a red, and plus we're a red state. We're the number one for putting people in jail or being incarcerated. Why are you? Oh my God. Fix it, Jesus. Help us, Mama Oya. I just be looking at this like, Lord. It
is crazy. It is crazy, but definitely Jaguar has have a right buzz going on, because as soon as she got taken in by the mental, actually, my thing was when she picked up with Solar. So as much as I could have spoken about it, but
it was me.
I was like, no.
You. It was a lot of us who have been covering Carbonation. We were all looking at the video like, wait a minute, what is going on here? I told my best friend. Because she follows Jaguar Wright more than I do. And I'm always she's like, yeah, but Jaguar Wright is right about things. I keep telling my friend, but hey, she's doing this right now. She's doing this right now. And my friend is like, what? She's doing what? And I said, and I even texted her when I saw the video. I said, guess what? guess who Jaguar Wright is hanging out with? She's like, who? I said, Solar from Carbon Nation. And she said, what? Where? I was like, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, Lord. It's just.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot, honestly, and that's why when everybody's doing the stories on certain stuff, I just ain't in it. I think I go the opposite direction because I'm just like, nah, I ain't doing it at all because I can just see where it's gonna head. It's gonna blow up so much. Then when the receipts start falling through or whatever coming through, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's why I'm
just
looking at and see, like, my channel, I expose fraud in the Black conscious community, the church community, other Black people. Like, people will send me some, like, hey, you should do a video on this. And then now I'm seeing the same thing, I started doing Nature Boy and Dwight Reed, Bishop Dwight Reed marrying that 19-year-old girl. And now I'm seeing Jaguar Wright, neo soul artist. You're hooking up with a cult member who's not in the cult, but still acts cultish. Like, what is going on? And now you're telling a young lady, referring to her as Aaliyah's daughter until the DNA test gets back. I'm like, oh no. No, and that whole car blowing up. This it's just telling me fraud. It's just telling me to be fraud. And I'm just like, Now some other content creators have said that everybody's involved in the fraud. I'm not going to say another content creator is in the fraud because I know me. I've done stories. My heart was in the right place, and I found out later I was wrong. I was wrong. So I'm keeping my mind open for that. At least from Sean David Way and SDW and OKP, I feel like they actually are trying to help, but I don't know if them getting Jaguar involved in this to help this young lady is the way to go. It's just like, and Jaguar has fallen out with so many other content creators, which I noticed a lot of them were females, and I think so. It's like, well, that's 2 males too. So it's like, are these 2 who really are trying to help? Because I think also they were trying to help Jaguar too, but it seems like every time she comes on their program, she just ends up cussing folks out. And then she docks that lady.
Yeah, she takes over.
I'm just like,
yeah.
And a lot of people are getting upset, but I'm kind of like some people. I'm just like you said. I'm just there with my drink and my popcorn, and I'm just watching.
Yeah, because
I don't want to miss nothing. Yeah, it's like I've been coming home taking naps so that I can be up at night.
Yes. Because some of them
or I gotta catch the replay.
Yeah, they do.
During my lunch,
but because. Yeah, but let me see your transcript because we can see what's going on, and that's why when I go to, like you say, official King Payne or Sean Davey Way, which is very two different, like like they deal with different things differently, and Sean Davey Way have a lot of sympathy for her from what I saw, because when the women was coming in the chat for her, he was time out in a lot of people. He was at one point literally blocking people, and I was thinking, why? Like, okay, she's got a problem, we can all see it. Like, come on, there's no need. Big women, I think, I would say most of them might be big women, was doing that, and I was like, wow, how sad does that look? I mean, fair enough, right? Fair enough, right? There is a problem. I'm not going to say there's not a problem there, but come on, like, it was just too much. It was just like, what is wrong with people? That was my thinking when I saw that. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm just like, wow, like, but yeah, she did fall out with a few others as well, a few other ones, which I didn't even know about until when they started putting her name in the title, and I was like, oh, who is these people? Then I started seeing them talking and bringing up old transgressions, that what she did, and I was like, oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm just like, wow. So I just look from the sidelines of it, and this like if I see something that I need to talk about, then I'll talk about it. But I don't really talk about Jaguar right on a whole anyway. I'll probably put her on my community tab. That's the most talking she's gonna get from me. She ain't getting a whole video on her and then some,
Yeah.
and then
Mm-hmm.
and then like and then like she's gonna decide to pop out of the woods and then try to jump on the panel or something, and I'm like, nah, I'm not it right because I'm not doing it. I'm not dealing with her. I'm not dealing with her and her shenanigans at all.
I mean, I highly doubt that she'll come to my channel, but you never know with her because I saw her stop on because she's always going to
Mm,
KW's channel. I'm just like, you're not liked over there. You know they criticize you. Why do you go over there? 'Cause I'm thinking like she wants the attention. Somebody's talking about
yeah.
her. So now she has a reason to go back on other channels and talk about him, and she has friends who will talk about him
Mm,
too. I'm glad SWSVW did say
mm,
no. I don't believe KW blew up his car, and he even tried to stop her from calling
mm,
KW the F word. And I'm just thinking like, come on, Jake, you just messing up your new
mm,
friends' channels and stuff by acting like this.
mm,
She did the same thing to
mm,
another female content creator that she liked um
mm,
because
mm.
they both don't like what's her name? We'll just call her TT. They don't like TT.
Oh yeah,
And
I think I know who you're
you know
talking
who
about,
TT
but I
is,
don't know
right?
how. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And so she told
Mhm.
the other content holder, like, oh, when I get to Philadelphia, I'm gonna go to her house, I'm gonna beat her up and I want you to hold the camera. And the other lady was trying to tell her, no, we're not gonna beat anybody up. And then this is what Jaguar said, oh, but I'm crazy, right? And I take lithium,
Oh
so
wow.
I'll just go to the hospital for 3 days. And I'm thinking like, nigga, you go using your um Kitty One Love was right about you. You use this mental illness so you don't go to jail. That's what you do. But you on the freaking
Mm,
internet saying this, so are you really not gonna
mm.
go to? She might actually go to jail next time for real. They can be like, because there's a difference
Yeah,
between you
yeah.
being
Well,
being mentally ill versus not competent. You can be mentally ill and competent at the same time. Like you knew what you was doing,
mm,
but you
mm,
yeah, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So that's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Dude,
But let me
everybody
see your
needs to be
transcript.
careful
Right.
before they end up in a courtroom
Hello.
as an accessory. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I
I'm
was
just
gonna
saying people need to
say.
be careful
I
before they
basically just came.
accessories. Huh?
Uh, I basically just came to talk about what I was seeing, the foolishness on with to do with this girl, where people was laughing after her
And
and
I'm
stuff like that,
yeah, they should not and
and
laughing. I'm sorry, laughing about her looks and everything like that. That is dangerous because she can read those, and that may send her over the edge. She might self harm somewhere else. She's already trying to escape who she is, you know. So
mm,
yeah,
that's
but
and
yeah,
that's and
I
that's
don't
the
like
part
that
people not
either.
understanding. You see. Yeah, that's the part people
And
not getting. You see, that's
yeah,
the
and I
part
think
they're not
because
understanding.
Yeah, and I think because she's associated with Jaguar now, they feel like, oh, she's just doing what Jaguar is doing. She's weaponizing her mental illness. She's this and that. But I think in this young girl's case, it's a little different. Not everybody's diagnosis is the same. Not everybody's
Mm,
experience is the same.
mm,
But I'm just noticing by
yeah,
Jaguar's behavior, she is mentally ill, but she's competent in certain ways, and she is not taking her mental illness, you know, seriously and getting the help that she said she's gonna need. And she's
serious.
doing all these other things
Hmm.
that are very
Yeah,
impulsive. And now you're over here trying to be a savior to someone else who
yeah.
has a mental illness. And I'm like, sometimes what happens, this is what I read when I did my mental health first aid training. Sometimes one person's mental illness will make another person's mental illness worse. because they might start to adopt the other
Mm,
person's symptoms. So a
mm,
person says, "Oh, people are after me," then the other person who's mentally ill was like, "Oh yeah, they are after you. They're after me too." Like, okay, yeah, it's
mm.
this is dangerous. It's dangerous right now, and I'm really concerned for everybody involved. I really am.
Yeah, yes, and that's where I'm coming from on this. That's what I'm saying. That's my part. What I see, what's gonna happen because now they pushed her into the arms of Jaguar White. That's exactly what
Oh
they
my
done,
goodness.
and yeah. So so Christine said tough. I agree. She can be pushed out of control. Unfortunately, she puts herself in the firing line by putting herself out there. Yeah, exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. So basically, that's all I've come up here to say. Right, because I'm not really doing content on Jaguar at all. I'm not touching her at
Hmm.
all. It's not that I'm. It's not that I fear doing content on her. It's just that I see a lot of stuff going on with her. I just don't want to be a
Yeah.
part of that. And
Right.
um and I refuse to talk about her because I see there's other things going on apart from her as well. So
Yeah.
but
Because I hadn't
you know,
realized that so many
I've done
people
that
report.
hour.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm over talking. You gotta stop me.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Finish your sentence.
I was gonna
Finish your
say because
sentence, and
when I
then
okay, this is
yeah,
my
go on.
last thought is that also what I realized in reporting on this is that there are so many people who are reporting on this who have prior history with each other, and
Mm,
I have to be careful when I'm reporting to say, hey, this happened over here, this happened over
mm,
there, and what I'm
mm,
sharing so it doesn't look like I'm taking a side because it's like it's very complex dynamic. Like I didn't realize that there were so many people who were reporting on this either had issues with each other outside of YouTube. And so it was just like, okay, I gotta
mm,
be careful how I report on this. So actually, you're probably doing the right thing. So yeah.
mm.
So I don't know
Yeah,
if you ever noticed, I'm always
yeah,
sharing like
yeah,
different content creators video, like, hey,
definitely.
these are my sources. Y'all go over here, y'all go over there.
What do you
Tell them, let
say?
me see your transcript sent you. Give them a like, click it, a view. Okay. I'm reporting on this.
Yeah, well, that's how well,
Mhm.
that's where I'm coming from on that side of things. So that's why I said to Carbon, no, it's not really sympathizing with her. I just see a sick girl. That's all
Mhm.
I see in front of me. I don't see
Yeah.
nothing else.
I see
Um,
a young lady that
yeah,
needs
that's all
help,
I
and I'm just
see.
like, and now she's coming to Texas, Dallas. I hang out with Jaguar. I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah, but
Lord.
yeah, yeah, but let me see a transcript. I'm gonna close down
Okay,
soon
thank you for having me
in a
up.
bit.
Okay, all
Oh, no
right. Talk to you
problem.
later. All
Oh,
right, thanks for having
all
me
right,
up.
later.
All right, later. All right, bye.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so basically, you see now there's a mental health expert. Mental health expert as well. So, I know what I'm saying. I'm not wrong on it. So, just please don't be threatening people on thing, laughing after them. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm not, you know, I mean, I do it to certain people too, myself. But when it comes to them type of people who's look in their eyes look like kind of zone out and all that, and to be honest with you, I didn't even know she had schizophrenia. I'm only just hearing about it now, and I know she had some type of mental illness. So there's lines to it. Um, I obviously, yeah, talk. Do content on her. I'm not saying to people don't do content on her because what she's saying is interesting. Why does she want to escape so badly? As well, and can someone help her? You know what I mean? Can someone help her apart from Jaguar Right? Because like schizophrenia and people, they can switch and they can do damage. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm not criticizing anybody on their works and what they're doing on the YouTube streets thing for me to criticize. I just don't think the laughing after one is really, really nice. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I don't laugh after people too. I laugh after people too. I say things in the chat as well. So, you know, I'm putting myself in that box as well. But at the same time, you have to observe what's going on the screen as well. And yeah, and like others, yes, you know, like, you know, I judge people. I mean, one time I was biased and I wasn't wrong. What was going on in front of me, and I'll try to keep that bias thing a little bit, because you never know, it can switch. So, you know, um, I wasn't wrong about the mother and daughter, for instance. I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong about them. But I can also see even with the mother and daughter, there's issues in that situation there. Now, I'm not saying everybody, any like anyone's perfect. No, no, not at all. But you know, if you can savor one in your words, maybe, you know what I mean. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, thanks, Amma, for coming up as well. I respect you for that, Ocean. The girl yeah, she needs help. She needs help. Look at her eyes on the thumbnail. I haven't even fixed the thumbnail that good yet, but on the thumbnail, look at her eyes. All right, look at her eyes. Look at her face. Look at, you know, look at the face, the eyes, particularly the eyes. Eyes are telling. Like they said, eyes is a window to the soul. You can see what's going on there. So, you know, that's all I want to say. Really, I'm not gonna like go on and pull up and talk about the other channel holders. It's not going to get me nowhere, because like, even me as a channel holder, even I get things wrong sometimes. It's happened. I got information wrong, and a comment, someone in the comment told me about it, and I took down the video completely. And since then I try not to get it wrong, because it's and it's better to have interesting conversations in the comment sections with people than them being told, oh yeah, right, you got that information wrong. And I find it interesting, people's opinions. I love to see people's opinions, as long as it's respectful opinions. I will listen. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to kick you out of the. I'm not gonna say, oh no, because like my channel's growing. I'm not gonna do that. No, no, not at all. So everybody have an opinion. We all have an opinion. We all think. We all have a brain. We're not we've got nothing wrong with our brain, as far as I know. So that's how I'm looking at it. So basically, you can comment on the video and put your 5 pence on how you think about this as well. And I'll read it, because it's really not good. And a lot of people on Sean Davy Way's comments were saying, oh my gosh, yes, that girl needs help. She needs therapy. She needs this. She needs that. And others were saying, oh no, this, that, this, that. They was going the total opposite. So that's all I really would like to say. I'm not going to drone on. I'm not going to waffle, because I know I can waffle for days. Okay. And when my stammer starts, it's not good, because then I start stammering, and then I can't get my words out, and it makes me frustrated. So I am going to come off. I'm going to see who's passing through. I'm going to say it again. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oops. Okay. So there's Nicole Rogers, native Michigan. Let me see your transcript. Carbon. I think he was Roots Carbon. What are you, Roots Carbon? I don't know. Might be the same person. Chrissy. Christine. Keep calling you Chrissy, because there's another Chrissy. Christine. There's Armour. I saw Armour just now. Defrauding. Charleston. Ewing. Where's the Armour? Armour. She was higher up and I couldn't see her. Okay. So thank you all for passing through. Did I get everybody? Hold on, let me double check. Did I miss anybody out? I don't like missing people out. The last time I missed somebody out. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Okay. So I just thought I'd just say my bit on that, on my piece on it. Because I think when I put it in words on the community tab, to me, yeah, it's not enough. I just need to say what I've got to say, what's on my mind, basically, and that's my opinion on what I see. And yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not saying these softies. No, no, just be you lot self. Just be you lot self. I'm not telling you to change up what your content or whatever. No, 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 no. Because I enjoy it as well. I enjoy your contents out there. All of all the channel holders who I watch. So at the end of the day, just don't laugh after people. If you see something a bit off with them, you know what I mean? If you see something off with them, something not right with them, because remember, those same people come and look over our videos. It happened to me. I think it did. I think it did. I'm not sure. No, I seen it happen with somebody else. So just be careful, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not criticizing whatever. I'm just calling out what is just straightforward common sense, really. And yeah, so with that said, that's all I've got to say on point. So I will leave it right there. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Thank you, Amma, for coming on the panel. Thank you. Let me see your transcript. Hopefully, this will be a whole different conversation that we can have all together so that other people can insert themselves as well. And yeah, so basically, like I said, please look back on old videos. There's a Patreon. I don't know whether I should put the Patreon. There's a Patreon. Yeah, there's a few places I am at as well. So sometime I put the same videos on that same place, but it's okay. There's Dark Side of Ocean, yeah, me, like I said, deals with abuses and stuff like that. Yeah. So with that said, please take care of yourselves. Please be safe out there. Look after, as JP will say on the other side of YouTube, take care of your spirits. And I think Amma said the same thing, I think Amma says the same thing. Also, go check Amma. Charles was, who else? I don't know. There's a few people's I put on the tab, on the community tab. Take a look at some of their stuff. Just be open to some things, that's it. So I think I got it all out now. I think I'm okay now. Now I can continue, put my brain on what I'm supposed to do. So with that said, I'll see you later. Bye.